Hello. Sorry for the delay. Um, kind of was kind of waiting for things to fill up a little bit. So I don't know who is in here. Tiffany, I see you in here. My bad, Tiffany. Um, Leanne, I'm gonna call you Leanne for short because I can never say your name. What's up, Paul? 2 a.m. here. Lucky a night owl? Yes. Very lucky for the night owls. Very lucky for the night owls. So, yeah, my bad. Have new equipment here and just trying to work everything out. Um, Let me see. Is Chris even here? I am here. Can you guys hear me okay? Leanne? Tiffany? I am here. I'm live. Had to wait a little bit. Yeah, I know it's really late over there. I do apologize. I'm very thankful that you did stay up. Um, just had to make sure everything was going right before I started, and there is a little bit of a delay. So um, I have a whole new setup here, new camera setup. I hope you guys, it looks clear. I hope you guys like it. I am done with the GoPro. Thankfully, have moved on from the GoPro. Hope you like this whole setup. Hopefully, everything sounds good. Um, this is gonna be kind of a series, I guess, every week where, maybe like every Thursday before my videos come out, um, maybe we'll talk a little bit about, maybe I'll give you a little preview depending on where I'm at. Some of these places I can't really talk about because I have to keep them secret. I can't give out information, so we just can't have people go and destroy these places, and it kind of ruins it for the rest of us. So, I try my best. What's up, Chasing Plastic? Thank you for joining. So, I have a lot I want to talk about, and I'm really sorry. I hope everyone. I know I had like a lobby, and that's the way I'm going to be doing it. Is I'm going to maybe like a half hour, maybe 45 minutes before I plan on going live. There's going to be a lobby, and I'm going to try my best to be right sharp. If it says 8:30, it's going to be 8:30. I'm going to try to do some earlier live streams because I know there's some people over in Europe. Um, and I don't want them to miss out. I understand they're like, what, you guys are like maybe 6 hours ahead of us. Like right now it's 9 p.m. here, so I think Leanne, I think you said 3:58, and you're over in Greece. So I'm gonna try to work this out, and I like to do this weekly, maybe a couple times a week, depending if I'm exploring or not. And just let me know if my mic sounds good. It's a new mic, um, new equipment, so everything. I'm learning this new program to run these live streams, and I have some cool things I want to show you guys. I can actually screen share with you guys, so I have topics that we're going to be discussing. Um, so so yeah, let me see how many we got in here, because I don't know if I want to go too quickly into things. If All right, we got 4 people. I'm gonna start. Oh, hey Deborah, thank you for joining. It's 11 a.m. here. Okay, you're in Australia, so perfect. It's almost like time for lunch, so perfect timing. Um, Thank you. Everything is working okay. Hopefully, I look better on this camera than I did on the GoPro. Um, Hope you like my little setup here. Um, so yeah. Um, all right. So yeah. So I just want to update the channel and everything, and give you guys a little bit of a heads up. And I know there's not many people in here, but they can watch the replay, they can catch up and everything. But there is a few things I do want to talk about. So I do have a lot of plans for exploring coming up soon. I actually have not been exploring for a little over a month now. It's been kind of driving me crazy, but it gave me time to kind of learn this new equipment I have, set up things, and I'll talk more about the equipment I have. But I wasn't gonna really make this public But March 30th, I had to go in for lung surgery, and it was planned well ahead. Um, Thank you, Deborah. It was planned well ahead. It's been something I've been dealing with for almost 3 years now or so, and I had to do the surgery March 30th, and I was there, early in the morning on a Wednesday. Was out Friday afternoon, about like 4 in the afternoon or so. Um, Leanne, maybe consider going live after Friday's video so we can chat on the vid. Maybe I might be heading out Friday night, but if not, um, I kind of want to like give you guys a little bit of a schedule so you guys know when to show up. Um, and I kind of want to make this like a weekly thing, maybe twice a week. And if things go really good, you guys like this kind of stuff, if I'm not exploring, maybe like three. I don't want to like jump ahead, but like maybe 3 to 5 times a week. Like make this like almost not a daily show, but catch up like 3 times a week or something like that. So, and thank you very much, Tiffany. Um, Glad you guys are kind of digging the setup here. So it's kind of eerie looking. I kind of want to make it eerie looking, but not to jump away from what I was talking about. But yeah, so I had to get this lung surgery done, and it's been like over a month since I've been exploring, and just really, really want to get back out there. But I want to make sure like I'm 100%. Been out of work, been not exploring. It's going a little stir crazy, but it took me time to organize some things. I got my new camera set up. Um, no more GoPro. I have this new Sony A7C camera. I know I'm not gonna like nerd out or anything with you guys, but I have the A7C. It's a nice compact DSLR mirrorless camera. Like the cinematics are gonna be. What's up, Ronald? Thank you for joining. The cinematics are going to be so much nicer. I got a really nice lens. There's going to be just really nice. It's just going to be so, so much better. Because I really want to upgrade the quality for you guys. And like I said, I've been rolling with the GoPro. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And people use their iPhones and stuff. And, it was just time to really step up my game. Like year two. Like this is like year two of this channel. And I just want to make it better and give you guys more content and make it more personal. J, I don't know how to say your name, but don't overschedule yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to overschedule myself for sure. I don't want to make too many promises, but I always try to push myself a little bit. Um, Sony put Sony put down with 200 ropes in case a ghosty want to play with it. um, yes, thank you, Deborah. Everything went really good with the surgery. Um, I'm recovering pretty good. I'm still a little bit sore. Like my whole abdomen is pretty sore. They said it was gonna be like that. They kind of put 4 holes in me. So like 3 in my side, 1 in my back to get to my lung, and they had uh, a chest tube in me, and I actually took a video of them taking out the test tube, and I was gonna post it to Instagram, but I was like, maybe I might have to put a warning before that, but um, so it's all good. Everything's working out. I'll be back exploring hopefully next week. I got a couple plans. I have some really cool places. I've been sitting around just like hunting places, trying to find some things to go explore. I'm ready to go. So new camera, new tripod, new like camera backpack. You guys have seen recently some of the new ghost hunting equipment I've had in the last video. Actually, like the last 2 videos. So for the ghost hunting videos, you'll be seeing a couple angles. One with the Sony. Well, you guys are going to be seeing a couple videos coming up with the GoPro. I still have a bunch of pre-recorded videos, so you'll still be seeing the old camera for a little while. But I might put out something soon, just so you guys can see the new quality. And I'm using the new camera right now, so I mean, you guys can see it's pretty good. So, Tiffany, you sure you don't want to play a little something for us? I mean, it looks like you're in a club. um, that's not even hooked up right now. I kind of just like rolled that over there just to give this look. I was gonna get like a cool lamp to put back there, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of like decorate behind me a little bit in the future if things work out. So, Leanne, make sure you're strong and well before going out, please. I am. I'm not rushing. I wanted to go like 2 weeks ago, but I was talking to my doctor, and and I asked them like, I kind of want to go on like a little road trip or whatever. I didn't tell them what I was doing, but they were like, you might regret it, but you should be okay to do it. Just, you're gonna be sore, probably the next day or so, and for a couple days after. But take your time, and you should be good. So, hey Ames, thank you for joining. Same old Ames. What's going on with you? I love the collabs and longer videos. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more collabs with some more YouTubers. I've been collabing with Chad. It's been awesome. We've been going to some really cool places. I like to book some places with him and Phil, and obviously trying to get Big Red back because I miss exploring with Big Red. He's been working really hard, and I miss exploring with him, and it should be cool. So, Chris, you need mods? Hint, hint. I might have a mod, so don't worry. I might have a mod, and yes, I know you want a mod too, Tiffany. So yeah, we'll work on that. So definitely, we'll see how this works out, and I'll definitely do some mods. But I do want to say too is with the chat, I'm gonna be trying to talk about a lot of paranormal stuff, and and people are gonna have different opinions and stuff, and I just want to make sure everyone's respectful to each other's opinions, and I want to get your opinions too, and let's just try to be like everyone respectful to each other. We all have different opinions about ghosts, what they are, and what the paranormal is, and stuff like that too. So try to keep the chat respectable, but I like everyone to get their opinions out, and this is kind of like a little community we've kind of built, and we should all be able to feel freely to voice our opinions and listen to each other. So it's awesome. I miss Big Red too, Tiffany. I see him all the time though, so it's like I know you guys miss him, but I see him like once or twice a week for some chicken wings, and we haven't got boneless spare ribs in a long time. It's been all about the chicken wings lately, so I can't wait to hash it out with everyone. I know you do. I know you can't wait to hash it out. So yeah, so I guess I don't remember what I was talking about, but I do have some plans coming up. So next week I'm going to try to get out. I might try to get out this weekend and just try to learn my new camera a little bit because it takes really good photos, and I think you guys would really enjoy the photos I'll be taking. And while I'm talking about photos, let me do this cool little trick that I got here. I will tell him you said hi, and who knows, maybe he'll pop in the chat. So this is like my new little trick here. This is what I'm gonna be doing on this thing here. So let me see. I don't want to screw this up, but let's see. There it is. So hopefully you guys can see that. I just want to shout out my Instagram page. If you don't have an Instagram, that is okay. I understand some people just do not care for the social media, and I don't really care that much for it as well, but it's a cool tool, and I started to enjoy taking photography and sharing photography. So if you do head over to my Instagram page, it is at RealmXplore, the same way it's spelled for the YouTube channel. And I do add a bunch of extra pictures each week, kind of just in addition to the video. And sometimes I do trailer videos, and sometimes I just do kind of like, cool cinematic preview videos of what's coming out. And I'll be doing more of those soon. I've just been kind of dealing with other things lately, and I want to start doing some more little videos on Instagram too, because I kind of like doing that. But yeah, so if you do go over to Instagram, be sure to follow me. I have only 328 followers, so you gotta help me out here. Please go visit the Conjuring house sooner than later, please. Maybe I will. I mean, I've been to the Conjuring house 3 times. I've been to the Conjuring house 3 times, and I love the Conjuring house. I have one more video from the Conjuring house I haven't released yet. I kind of screwed up a little bit in that video. I got some information wrong, and I don't want to post it because I got some information wrong. Um, but I do have one more video at the Conjuring house, and I might just like put a little, um, I don't know, like a little text on the bottom saying like what I screwed up. So, um, what are you guys saying over here? Does anyone else agree that I have a soothing voice? Thank you very much. The new microphone might be, helping me out a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. So, um, Tiffany, you also post clips of the stuff you catch in videos. Yes. So, and that's like kind of, you've been pushing me to do that. So, thank you. Um, and Leanne, do your poll ask people about updating with slapped ham? Oh, are you saying like, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with Slapped Ham YouTube page, but he did um, feature a clip from my video, the abandoned 1900s mansion video. He did use that in his video. It was like what, like maybe a little over a week ago or so. I know he posts a lot. Um, and then James from that is Impossible channel did as well. So if you guys haven't checked out Slapped Ham, check out his video. I think it was like 3 videos ago. And yeah, he used my clip, so very thankful for that. So if there's anyone who actually came over here from Slapped Ham's video, say what up in the comments, let me know. Um, Ames, or come to my state and investigate the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I would love to go to Arkansas. Um, I would like to take a trip all the way out west and just stop at a bunch of places if I can. So I will write that down. I actually have a notepad that I'll come back. I'll remember that, and I do want to write down places that you guys tell me about. So it's the place that made you a believer. Okay, I wish I could like one of these days like I'm gonna set up like a phone line where you guys can just call in and we can have callers. I think that'd be so cool. Because then like you can call me and be like, tell me about what place you're talking about. Tell me the story, and we'll be all ears because I love hearing about people's individual stories. So if this becomes big enough, no promises, of course. Um, and I'll keep doing this, So it might not take off at first or for a little bit, but that's fine. It's gonna keep grinding away. So um, thank you. I need to be a podcast. I might be able to set that up. I might be able to. There's different ways to multi-stream on different platforms, right from YouTube, and I forget what it's called, but I can probably do that. Maybe like StreamYard or Streamlabs or something. There's a couple different ones. Think you should do a community post with a link to the Slapped Ham. Okay, I'll do that. I don't like over posting sometimes because I feel like it's like over advertisement and people get sick of over advertisement because like I don't know. Sometimes like they throw like the same commercial at you over and over again. You're just like, I don't want your, kitchen appliances, and they keep like every commercial's like, they keep throwing that at you. It's like, please, I'm good, thanks. I have a new fridge. I don't need to see your commercial every time. Um, Leanne, having your vid shown on other channels, others who have a few million subscribers, is a good free of charge promo act, don't you think? It is. It's very good, and I had another. I shouldn't even be saying it because I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I had another big channel hit me up the other day, even bigger than Slapped Ham, and he's asked me to use permission for one of my older videos, and of course I emailed him back immediately and said absolutely. So we will see, and I will be letting you guys know, but I'm not going to tell you because you'll have to wait. So I'll just say he has 10 million subscribers, so I'm a little excited about it, but I'm not going to get too excited. And it's not paranormal, so it's another video. So why not post it on your community page? I will. I'll do. I mean, I did it on Instagram. I will do it on the community page. I mean, you guys help me out all the time. You guys are right about a lot of stuff, and I do take your input all the time. Trust me. Like I definitely I love hearing your guys' input. So I promise you, Chris, you do not overpost. Thank you. Uh, and yeah, I know you hate surprises. Yeah, but so yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. Last time I did a live stream was at the Wilson Castle, and that was over like the dead of the winter. I forget like when exactly it was. Maybe November. I forget. It was really cold, um, and I did confirm with the owner that I was the first person to stay in the Wilson Castle overnight by myself the whole night, and it was awesome. And it was so cold. It was like painfully cold. And I did have a live stream up. I ended up taking the live stream down. If you notice, I took down a lot of older videos for a couple of reasons, but I did take down that live stream because it was just way too laggy. And every time I was watching, I'm like, I can't have this be something that pops up and be the first video somebody sees because it's just too laggy and unenjoyable. So I will be going back to the Wilson Castle because I love it, but maybe not when it's so cold. And I'd like to stay there alone maybe one more time. And I did film when I was there alone, and I did have some good activity. Nothing crazy, but um, I was using one of my new full spectrum cameras, and I screwed up. And I screwed up the volume on it, and the volume was absolutely terrible. The sound quality was so bad with that full spectrum camera that it's nearly unusable. And I was not happy when I came back home to check the footage, and everything with that full spectrum just sounded awful. I even filmed myself sleeping, and had the REM pod going off a couple times. So um, I might piece together a video of me doing that, um, but that might be something that I might end up giving to. I'll be starting memberships soon, and there'll be some extra videos, stuff like that, where I like to share with you guys that I know you guys would enjoy, but it's not something maybe I'll put out to the public unless you guys really like it and say like, no, maybe you should share this. But we'll talk about memberships soon. Maybe not today, but memberships will be coming. So, um, Leanne, okay, if and when third promote comes, put it up there, please. I will. I will. I'm pretty excited about that one, and I will put that up there. You guys will see it. Jason Plastic. I told Project Dark Knight Horror Channel to cover you. He does paranormal and urbex vids where he talks about the channels. Be a good boost for you. Awesome. I think I've heard of Dark Knight Horror. I think he's popped up in my feed a couple times that I've never clicked in. I've been checking out what's his name, King. Man, I can't think of his name right now. Damn, I can't think of his name. Um, I'll have to. I'll have to see if I remember. If it comes to me, I'll King Frostmere. King Frostmere. That dude's got a cool voice. I really like. He's always like live streaming too, but I think it's pre-recorded. But he's always live streaming, and his thumbnail for his live stream is really creepy, and I can't help but click. So, I'm digging King Frostmere. Um, and thank you, Chase and Plastic, for doing that. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Trying my best to connect with other creators and stuff, and if you guys do that too, that helps me so much. So I really appreciate that. Um, Leanne, okay, please note, and I hope you don't mind me calling you Leanne because I can't do. You're gonna have to teach me again how to say your name. So, okay, please note down to mind Monopoly game, eye monocle, check newspapers and magazines for dates, check canned food expiring dates. Okay, I will do that, but you can't judge me on some of the newer videos that you'll be seeing because those are already recorded. So from this point on, if I'm recording with my new camera and I screw up, you can call me out. So I know you like the whole Mandela effect about the Monopoly guy not having a monocle, but back then he did have a monocle, and I agree with you, he did have a monocle. And yeah, and I love the Mandela effect. Maybe that's something we can nerd out about on this podcast. I don't know why I'm calling it a podcast, but this live stream setup. So yeah, I mean, let me know. I mean, I kind of like that stuff. I like Mandela effect. I like kind of cool, weird conspiracies and stuff. But like I said, I'm not gonna go down anything crazy. Just kind of like the fun ones, like the mythical ones, and missing people kind of thing, and those kind of conspiracies and stuff. So, um, Tiffany, yes, yes, L. People in the slapped ham comments were very interested in how is how lived in the mansion looked. How lived in the mansion looked. Uh, Explore Chasing Plastic Explore with Liege was on one of Dark Knight's videos and gave a huge boost to his viewers and subs. Just just gets you out there more. He does bad talk. He does bad talk either. Just shows the videos and highlights them. Like, oh, he doesn't bad talk. Okay, cool. I think that's what you meant. Oh, like people live there. Uh, yeah, actually, in the paranormal investigation video of that abandoned mansion, at the beginning, we kind of talk about who used to live there and um, the history there a little bit, and actually has some really crazy history, but especially the people who owned it. Like I can't really go too far into it because then people can, look up names and maybe find out where it is and trying to keep that place protected because recently there's been more graffiti there from what I heard, and that's one of those spots where like we're just sick of people going there. I mean, some graffiti is nice and well placed, but places like this, we don't like graffiti. We don't like people trashing stuff because then then the spot gets blown up and you get they just get destroyed and it ruins it for everybody, especially like people like to go there and take photographs like. And when we go to another thing is too is when we go to these places like these mansions and stuff like that, we don't break in, we don't steal anything, we don't trash anything. We go there, we observe, we like seeing stuff the way they were left, we like seeing the natural decay of these places. And if people go in there and they take things and they trash things, then when we go there we don't see those things, and we miss out, and also other people miss out too. It's like I want people to be able to see these rooms how they were and how they were left, and try to put together like some kind of puzzle, like what happened here. And so it sucks that people do that, and it's been really rampant lately. I feel like every week there's a story, and I will be showing you one story shortly. It's like every week one of these places catches on fire, someone sets it on fire. um, One of the places I went to recently that I really loved, I ended up going back twice. Second time I do an investigation, there's things stolen. The dining room was trashed, and it was just really, it just sucked. Like, and now come to find out, if this person was accurate, the place got torn down, and it just sucks for the urbex community. And but yeah, like when we go to these places too, and don't like I don't encourage anyone to go. These places are dangerous. Paranormal investigations, dangerous things can happen. You can get hurt there. You could get arrested. I do not condone anyone doing these things. I take those risks, and please be careful out there, and don't do as I do. Um, be smart out there. So, um, chasing plastic. That doesn't bad talk. Fat fingers. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. Leanne slapped Ham by not calling out the dancing man. Caused a tsunami of comments on his comments section. Clever move. And calling out a goat as a deer. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. It was I think it was definitely a goat, right? Uh, hey Gail, thank you for joining. Hopefully I will be doing more live streams, and thank you for joining all the way from Australia. Pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, he didn't point out. So the dancing man she's talking about is the movement at the end of the long hallway that you can see in that clip. I would play his clip, but I don't know if I can because it's technically my clip, but it's his clip on the video, so I don't want to have any problems with YouTube with that. And I could play mine too. I just don't know if it's gonna lag the live stream, so I'm a little wary about playing a video quite yet. So maybe we'll experiment with that in the future, or I'll do a practice live stream, um, where I can practice and figure out some things like that. So um, there are free ghost hunting too. They're so valuable, and wish people would get that. Oh, were you talking about us, or um, but Okay. What was I going to talk about quickly? I did say I did get a new camera, the Sony A7C. Really, really, really nice. Still learning it, but I also got a new microphone for that camera that I think is going to boost the quality of the videos a lot, especially for the paranormal investigations. So I'm not going to nerd out too much, but it has it's a stereo and a shotgun mic. So with the stereo microphone, if you have headphones on or if you have surround sound, if you hear a bang behind me, it will sound like in your headphones. You can hear the direction it's coming from, being a stereo um, microphone. So if me, you'll hear if it's from my left, from my right. You will be able to be like, hey, that noise came from your left, maybe down that hallway, or that noise definitely came from above you. Um, my GoPro has a stereo mic on it, but it's not as good, obviously, as this mic. This mic's a lot better. It will sound better, pick up everything. Um, maybe you'll hear like, hey, I heard footsteps to, your right. So, or any, whatever. So that'll be cool for the paranormal investigations. Um, this mic is awesome. All right, very cool. It's the blue mic or whatever. I don't know. It's called the blue Yeti. The blue Yeti. Hey, Bobby Socks. Thank you for joining. Um, I know it was like kind of a random live stream, and I tried live streaming last week before last week's video, last Thursday, but my internet apparently sucks, and I had to upgrade my internet. So I tried and I tried, and like I had a whole thing planned as a prequel to the video that came out last Friday, and I spent like 8 hours just like messing with my settings and everything, and it came down to me talking to Verizon at like 2 in the morning, and them telling me, yeah, you have like the cheapest, slowest internet. You're gonna need to upgrade. So I upgraded, and hey, it's working now, and so hopefully once a week or so, maybe more. If this thing works out good and you guys like this, then I know I'll keep doing this, and I'll have different stories and different topics, and we can nerd out about haunted places, and I'll show you places I'm interested in maybe going to history of these haunted places, show you them, and then be like, hey, like, if you like this place, boom, I'll book it, and at least I'll try to book it, and we can go from there. And I will be talking about my video coming up tomorrow morning as well, 10 a.m. Eastern U.S. Same time as kind of like every week I drop it, and I will be going a little bit into that as a sneak peek, but I can't really give up this location, and so I can go into a little bit, but some of these places we can go into history, we can go, places I can give out, we can go into it, and that won't be a problem. We'll go to talk more about it, and then when the video comes out, you'll have a little bit more of a backing. Also sometimes when I go to these places, sometimes it's like a road trip where I'm in an area, and then like I just search it in my phone, or I'm talking to somebody else, and they say, hey, this spot's over there, you should check it out. Or if like maybe I go to a spot and for some reason I can't get into it, and then it's like a backup, like a B location or whatever, where it's like, all right, I gotta go to this location. When I get there, I kind of just like open my phone up, try to get some history real quick, try to remember all this history in like 20 minutes before I go inside, and then I feel like I miss a lot of the history, a lot of the backstories. Like last week's video, when I got there, it was kind of like a spur of the moment, like, let's go to this farm colony, and little did I know, I knew there was some, history there, but little did I know that like it's actually some kind of crazy history there, and that whole plot of land in that area, that whole Willowbrook area, it's pretty nasty. So I will be talking a little bit more later about that. I have that kind of in the thumbnail. That person's picture in the thumbnail is Andre Rand, which if you did watch last week's video, I did mention it in a little bit of a clip. I put just text on the bottom who Andre Rand was, because I forgot his name at the time because I was trying to cram all this information in my head. So that's my bad, and I'm going to try not to do that anymore. I'm going to try to learn all the history of every place I go to as best as I can before I go, and spend a little more extra time doing that, so you guys can, we can get a better line on the story of what happened there. So, all right, I'm gonna catch up on the chat a little bit because I've been just rambling. Um, what do we got? Hopefully, I didn't miss anything because I can only see so. Okay, there we go. I will hear everything, literally everything. Yes, you have this awesome Raycon. Is it Raycon? Raycon, not Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban's the sunglasses. Um, Earbuds. So very awesome. Chase the Plastic. I have a Blue Yeti for podcasting. Amazing mic and great price. It is an amazing mic. It is a great price. When I went to go buy it, it was $115. And then I didn't buy it till the next day. When I went back, it was $99. So, kind of awesome. Chasing Plastic. This is awesome. Definitely like the laid back fireside like chat. Good way to catch up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do most places you visit locate out of your state? Yes, a lot of them are. The majority of them are out of my state. Unfortunately, a lot of places in my state. I'm in Massachusetts. A lot of the places they've been torn down, and it kind of sucks. It's been like a dark year for some of these places. A lot of these places are getting torn down, redevelopments. There was a place I wanted to go to in Massachusetts not long ago called the Lad School, and I had friends that went there like 3 weeks before me, and then when I went to go there, it was torn down. So I can't make these mistakes anymore. If I see something and it's there, I gotta go. So I'm gonna be pushing myself to. I'm gonna be exploring a lot this summer. So the next 2 months, I'm gonna be exploring a whole lot. So Paul, going to have to leave as up in 5 hours for work. Hey, well, thank you for joining me so late, and hope you have a great day at work. So, and hopefully I'll be seeing you soon, Paul. Deborah, I agree with you. Chasing Plastic. Good night, Paul. Yes, good night, Paul. Tiffany, you did watch Cropsey. Very good. Okay. I will be going to that a little bit later, but it's definitely something you guys should check out. So I'll have the links for that. I'm pretty sure I have the links in this description as well, and description of the last video. Massachusetts, it's tiny, and out of a state isn't very far. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, I can get to Rhode Island. I can get to Rhode Island in like 15 minutes. I can get to Connecticut pretty quick, maybe like, I don't know, half hour or 40 minutes, depending where you're going in Connecticut. You know, New Hampshire's an hour. There's a lot of states. New York's like 2.5, 3 hours. But yeah, Massachusetts is very small. Very small and a lot of traffic. Let me see what else. Tiffany, thank you so much. Like, I really, really appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Really, thank you. You don't have to do that, and I really appreciate that. Especially these gas prices lately. It's I'm not gonna complain, but yeah, the gas prices lately have been tough for urbexing, and the tolls in New York. The tolls in New York are just like $16 to take the George Washington Bridge one way. I mean, what would George Washington say about charging $16 to take one way on a bridge? And that's $16 for the George Washington Bridge, and it's like $10 for the what's the other one? It was the Zacum, the Z Bridge, Tappan Zee Bridge, something like that. Tappan Zee Bridge. And there's a couple other ones too. They're like around that price too. It's just crazy. And then I don't know, if you're in a state where there's no tolls on your highways, that's amazing. But over here, Mass, New York, now Rhode Island, Connecticut's pretty good. They don't really have too many tolls. It's just crazy. It's just, you add gas on top of that, and gas plus tolls. It's insane. Let's see. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Bobby said, "You're doing great. Love the channel." And that's really sad. Are you referring to Cropsey? Uh, Leanne, big or small, it's a matter of perspective. Massachusetts could be half of my whole country. True. Chase and Plastic, great deal. I got mine when they first hit and paid 200 for it. Ooh. I wonder how the Blue Yeti Micro was. I almost bought that one. And then I seen like there was like a Blue Yeti um, like X or something, but I just went with the regular Blue Yeti. Still well worth it. Crisp sound and love the multi-directional option. Yes, the multi-directional options is great. I have it set on where it's just kind of focused on the sound in front of me. Um, let's see. And can do an entire process with 3 people on just one mic. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because you could set it to pick up the whole room. So that's true. So I am also gonna try to set up something on like I don't know how it's gonna work out. Maybe like Streamlabs or Zoom or Skype or something where maybe I can have a guest pop in, and we can have somebody else talk about some paranormal stuff or some urbexing things, or maybe just have one of my friends that I explore with that you guys maybe seen. Maybe one of those guys would want to come on, and we could have a guest, and I can have him popped up on the screen like this on the screen over here, and get some guests on here too, and we can just talk about stuff. So if you guys would like that, let me know, and I'll try to set it up. So Leanne, there you go, girl. Yeah, that's why gas is bad here. I can't imagine how bad by you. Bobby sucks. Gas is $5.79 in California. Yeah, $5.79. I mean, right now it's around 4, low 4s here. But the diesel is a lot higher too. So the diesel is getting those who have diesel are paying a little bit more than that. Hi Nikki, thank you for joining. Thank you. I know it was like a sudden live stream thing, but I'm gonna get better now that I know everything's working, and maybe we can have some kind of consistent schedule if you guys like this. So, oh, the tearing down of places. Yes, that has been sad, and it really sucks. Just because, I don't know, just it sucks. So, gas here is around €2 per liter, but you have to consider the salary factor. So per liter, so it would be $8 a gallon. Did I get that? Would that be about right? Or $4 a gallon. I was terrible at math class, so there's what, 2 liters in a gallon, 4 liters in a gallon. I don't remember, guys, and it's cool. You guys will tell me how many there is. But also, I don't know the money difference or whatever. So, Deborah referring to the buildings being torn down. Yeah, definitely. And they're always like, they always turn into like apartments, because like the old kind of brick structures and stuff. If they're not torn down, they're repurposed into like apartments and stuff. But yeah, a lot have been torn down. Doing a Zoom sounds interesting. Yeah, I think so. I just got to see. I got to get the right platform. I'm gonna maybe try to talk to other people and see which is best. Streamlabs might be the best for this, or I don't know. I'll work on it. We'll see what we can do. All right. So you like the guess? Thank you, Tiffany. Deborah, petrol prices here in Melbourne around $1.90 a liter. Okay. Someone's gotta translate that for me into how much it would be here, because I can't do it right now. I really hope you do this more, Chris. I will try. So far, so good. So I will try to do this. Okay. You know what? I am going to maybe start off my first kind of topic I wanted to get into, I guess. I refuse to do math. I hear you. I can't think of math right now just because I'm trying to do the live stream. So someone will do it. Someone will figure it out. Okay, so hopefully this works. So as we're talking about buildings being torn down, um, and hopefully someone can give me some insight if another explorer ends up coming in here. Give me some more insight on this. So let's see. I'm gonna try to. Okay. All right. Let me know if this window is a little bit big enough. I could go full screen with this, but Nikki, are you and Big Red going to do any more Randonautica? They updated it and people are finding crazy stuff. Um, Possibly. We'll see over the summer how things goes. Big Red's been very, very busy with his job, so he's been working 2 jobs. So he's been very busy, and I'd like to do the Randonauticas with him. I'd prefer not to do those by myself. Um, but who knows? I'll let you guys know in a future live stream. We'll see, but possibly. So if they updated the app, maybe it'd be pretty cool. So I'll definitely let you guys know. Let's see. Whenever an explore of a place doesn't work out as planned for whatever reason, you can always visit a cemetery nearby. Yeah, true. I would like to start visiting some more cemeteries. There's a lot of really cool old cemeteries in this area, so I could always visit a cemetery. Um, there's a little bit of a debate I'd like to have about cemeteries. Maybe not right now. Maybe a little bit later, but a little bit of debate on cemeteries. Um, just try the Randonautica one more time for us if you can find time with Big Red. I'll ask him. I'll ask him. But I do want to get out, and I have locations I got to get to first, and then we'll see how the summer works out. Especially because we'll have the longer days with to maybe plan something out. So um, I'll try. Maybe it'll be something we do every now and then, but I don't think it's gonna be able to be like this. I think we went like 20 episodes in a row or something close to that or something like that. So I will try, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll see. And I don't know what happened, but the Randonautica app people, like the creators, they kind of disappeared because they had like their YouTube channel and they're doing a lot of stuff, and all of a sudden they were gone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you guys heard anything about what happened with the creators. Um, I don't know what happened. I don't see any more uploads from them. It's been a while, and they featured us on one of the live streams too. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. Randonautica is a good idea for having fun, but a huge no-no for gas prices. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, we stay pretty local for the Randonautica, but I'd like to do it in some maybe like upstate New York because there's a lot of cool places there in Vermont, New Hampshire. Maybe expand a little bit. Maybe go up in the mountains, see what you find. Um, Nikki, I stopped going to cemeteries. I saw something and terrified to go in anymore. Okay, I hear. I have a little thing. I have a little thing about the cemeteries. Um, I don't want to really go into it right now, but another time though. But I do like the cemeteries, but we'll talk about it. Um, and this is why I'd like to have like maybe callers in the future. That'd be kind of cool, where you could tell me what happened if you wanted to, of course. And we'd give you like try to give everyone like a good 5 minutes, maybe longer, maybe like 10 minutes, where they can get out their story, and try to give everyone the same amount of time. Um, Randonautica posts on Instagram once in a while, but no videos. Okay, so they're still posting. All right. I didn't know if they got like in trouble or like they were getting like angry parents. I'm like, I don't know. I was kind of conspiring, like what happened? Like, are they getting lawsuits, or people getting mad at them? Because a lot of the times Randonautica will just take you on people's private property, like literally their backyards, and it's like it it's tough, and it gets frustrating when you keep getting sent to people's yards. But sometimes it amazes you a little bit though, so it's interesting, and you know, um, maybe there isn't an anomaly. Every place you go to, um, you know, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Um, yeah, that would be really cool. Very cool stories by your subscribers. I would like that. I just don't know how that works. Um, I bet you there's some, because there's like a lot of those talk show YouTube channels and podcasts where they have like a certain number that you can like turn on just during the live streams, and you can have people call in and talk. I was trying to figure out how they do that. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. But if all right, let me get to the. That's right, Tiffany. Let me get to the topic. So right here, if you want me to go full screen, let me know. I can go full screen. Maybe I will, so you can see some of the pictures. But if it looks good, I know some of you guys might be on a phone, so you know what? I will go full screen just in case someone's on a phone. I want to make sure you guys can see some of these pictures. Let me see how we do full screen here. And hopefully, I was having a little bit of issues with this, so hopefully this will work. I can also do this cool little transition where I can be like, kind of fade it. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I like it. Um, so this right here is Abercrombie Castle, also known as Elda's Castle. And 2 weeks ago, I think it was April 17th. Yeah, April 17th. I'm going to try not to let those videos load. April 17th, it caught on fire. And I don't know the reasons why. I tried quickly before we started. I tried to see if there's any updates on it. I didn't see any, but I was kind of running out of time. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long. So I don't know if it was arson. I don't know what happened, but I kept putting this place off because it's been there for a while. A lot of explorers have done it. It's a well-known spot. I mean, you could probably see dozens and dozens of videos on YouTube of this castle. Some really good ones. And, you know, it caught on fire. It was a really bad fire, and I don't know if there's anything left of it. I'd still like to go visit it and see what's left. I just don't know if they have like the driveway. It's a long driveway. I don't know if they have like the driveway roped off. Not that that would really, stop me. But I don't know if it's being more watched now. I don't know what's going on with it. The property was for sale. It was listed for was it like 3.2 million or something like that in 2020. Sorry if I'm going fast here. I'm just trying to find, and I don't want that video to play. But yeah, 3.2 million in 2020. And yeah, it went up in flames pretty bad. So I don't know what's left of it. I'd really like to go to. I've been putting it off. It's supposed to be, they call it maybe cursed, maybe haunted. There's been some deaths there, and yes, it is owned by one of the co-founders of Abercrombie and Fitch. He did build it. I think his name was David Abercrombie. I'm gonna see how many times I mess up that name, but yeah. So supposedly, here's some of the pictures. Supposedly, it's haunted or cursed. I guess after he built it, like 10 years later. So I'm gonna try to pull up the right info on it though. But like 10 years later, after the David Abercrombie died, and like I believe his daughter died and his son died there, and Deborah, I only have a phone. Tiffany, I gotta go. Bye everyone. Please leave this up, Chris, so I can watch it. The rest later. I will leave it, and that's okay. Thank you for joining, Tiffany, and I really appreciate. Thank you for the super chat, the donation. Thank you very much. And I will leave this up for you. So hopefully we'll talk soon. So yeah, Elda's Castle or Abercrombie Castle is gone. If any other explorers on here, you know, and they know what happened, let me know. And if you've been there recently, definitely let me know what happened. I still want to go back there and visit it and maybe investigate. And it says here that the Elda's Castle, which was named after his children. So I'll try to find the children's name, but he did name after his children. That's just the abbreviation. This is what it looks like, you know, right before the fire broke out. So it really sucks, you know. I mean, there's not a whole lot left. It's mostly just the structure outside, but it's still a cool castle. Has kind of history. So yeah, it says right here, many believed Many believe the castle to be cursed after David Abercrombie's daughter died shortly after the castle was built. Then Abercrombie himself died in the castle, followed by his son's death in 1937. Um, so we got a nice little overhead shot. Let me know if you guys are seeing this clearly too. I just want to make sure, because I can't. I can see what you guys are seeing, but I don't know if it's coming through as nice. So yeah, these are. I really want to go here. I'm gonna still see if I can. And here we go. It says the Elda Castle. The name comes from Abercrombie's 4 children: Elizabeth, Lucy Jr. That's kind of strange. Lucy Jr. Usually, like a girl's name or a woman's name, usually not a junior, right? Like they don't. That's not. That's kind of rare, right? I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. David Jr. and Abbott. So that's where Elda comes from. Lucy, yeah, okay, so yeah, the mother's name is Lucy, so I guess so. Lucy Abbott, Kate, David Abercrombie's wife, designed the castle in 1920. Castle is made of granite and fieldstone, which actually was sourced from the Hudson Valley, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is a place I've been wanting to go to, and I just keep putting it off, and I gotta stop doing that because, I don't know if it was arson. I don't know. I'm not gonna just jump to conclusions, but I do know from other videos there was like a lot of books in the basement. Like in that first floor, there was tons of books, tons of papers everywhere. You can pretty much just type in Elda's Castle or Abercrombie Castle, and you will be able to see there's tons of papers, tons of books everywhere. Some old like sofas and whatnot, and tons of graffiti, of course. I mean, what else to expect? Tons of graffiti. And graffiti has its place. Some people are really, really good at it, but some of the stuff is just stupid, and they just post really stupid stuff that just doesn't need to be up there. But some people are really good at it, so yeah, so if you guys think maybe I should still try to get here, still try to go here. If you guys think so, I'll go here. Maybe try to do an investigation there, maybe a quick one. So, Nikki, for those asking, I was visiting my Phil's grave. Let me know what that is. I'm a little not sure what that is. Phil's grave, and someone was paying their respects, or I thought his clothing was very old-fashioned. He looked at us and freaking disappeared. Okay, onto the castle. Okay, that's really creepy. That's really creepy. I would like to go to Gettysburg. I think I would really like to go to Gettysburg. So, father-in-law, thank you. I don't know why I didn't click. I'm terrible. So, when finding a book, you can check the very first page and last page for signatures this book belongs to. Yeah, true. A lot of people used to write in books and stuff like that on the inside flap. Hey, Fireman, thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you very much. Good seeing you. Sending you a bunch of fire emojis. So yeah, okay. So you think I should do the castle? I will try. I'll see. Fireman. The castle I'm talking about caught on fire, so we need you over there. So yeah, I will see if I can still get to this place, see how bad it is. And if it's mostly made out of stone, so I can't imagine it be like totally structurally damaged where you still can't visit it. So I mean, it's not like a newer house. So we'll see, or maybe it's just gonna get leveled. I don't know. Yeah, castles definitely have a bunch of hidden rooms. This one, probably not. because I mean, there's no roof left. Everything's kind of blown open. It's just kind of like a shell. But who knows? It could be haunted. I don't know. So yeah, so that's that. So kind of wanted to show that place off. Let's see. There we go. All right, I'm still working how to get rid of the screen, like what's on my screen. So I'm still learning this program. So, um, but yeah, if cemeteries are cool. Cemeteries are cool. I'll definitely maybe pick a couple cemeteries, some cool ones and stuff. And I don't know. Do you guys like those like haunted bridges and haunted road stories? Like, there's always like those haunted bridges and stuff. I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of them, but then again, like, I don't know. I'm still learning this stuff, so maybe like those haunted bridges and stuff would be kind of cool. Um, and there's definitely haunted trails and stuff, so like I would like to do that. So um, yes, if possible, please investigate the castle. I will try it, and because I still want to see it, so I'll go there. And if if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll go when there's still daylight out, and kind of like maybe just record a quick little explore during the day, and then when it gets dark, and make sure that no one's watching the place, and then maybe just do a quick investigation. So I can do that. Um, all right. All right. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. or I'm not sure what time zones you guys are in, but usually at the usual time, I do have a new video coming out. Nikki, I've seen a ton of crybaby bridges, but never really saw or heard anything. I agree. The ones I've seen, I mean, nothing really crazy happened. Um, and I don't know. I know there's a few of them around here, so I'll look into it. But maybe I'll do one. Maybe there's something. I don't know. A lot of some of these old bridges, people do pass away, or something tragic happens. So, Tiffany, you're still in here. Nice, still hanging on. I like it. Uh, Deborah, I will be here to watch anything you investigate. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to step my game up too with everything. Trying to set my game up. I have a lot of videos coming out still with my GoPro and stuff like that, and still learning some of the ghost hunting equipment. So, um, but with this new camera I got, there's a spot I want to go to that I really am really excited about. I just don't know if I can if I can get into it. If I can get into it, maybe I'll post a new video with the new camera, just so you can guys maybe see the difference in what I'm trying to lean towards. But there's going to be a lot of videos that it's going to be filmed with the old camera, which I'm not happy about now that I've played with this new camera and seen how awesome it is. So every time I look back at it, I'm like, it's not as good. So thank you for joining, Deborah. That is no problem. Thank you for joining. And this video will be posted, so if you don't see the rest of this tonight, of course it will be posted. And hopefully I see you in the comments in tomorrow's video. So thank you for joining. So yes, tomorrow's video, I can't really say too much about it, just because it's a location that is I can't give out that urbex location, but it is an abandoned mansion. It's a very, very, very large house that I'm pretty sure it would be considered a mansion. I know a mansion's considered a certain amount of square footage, but it's gotta be in the mansion territory. So I don't know if you guys want to. Some people like to be technical and get mad at me, like, Chris, that's not a mansion. It's technically not, 5,100 feet and 2 inches, but it's good enough. It's a mansion, and it's creepy, and there's so much left behind in this mansion. And in the thumbnail of this video, of the live stream, you see a upside down cross and a whatever you call it, the why can't I even think of it, the pentagram, and that was found in there, in one of the bedrooms, kind of scattered underneath some clothes. So it's kind of creepy seeing that, and it's kind of deep off into the woods, and it's kind of like alone all the way deep in this backside road. Um, it was actually kind of I'd never been in there. I maybe seen one or two photos of inside this place, and when I got in there, I wasn't expecting it to be this awesome. And when I got in there, I was hearing like, some bangs from like the third, or there's like 5 floors including the basement. So I was hearing noises from upstairs, and you know when I got upstairs and then I see the pentagram, I'm like, all right, maybe I should investigate this place. And so I did like a quick investigation at the end of this video. So it was supposed to be just kind of like an urbex exploring just like an abandoned mansion. And then it was just like, yeah, maybe I should use some gear and see if I can, see if anything went on here. So it's kind of and I kind of want to, I was kind of thinking like, what the heck happened to this family? It was like a big family. There's like 7 bedrooms. It was a big family. So I'm just curious what happened in this mansion. And I tried looking some info on it, see if there was, something bad happened. But I couldn't find anything. And yeah, so I think you guys will really, really like tomorrow's video. And yeah, it was just a kind of a creepy spot. So I'll watch the rest after my son goes. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Now don't be trespassing. I know, and I don't recommend anyone to do this. So definitely don't follow our footsteps and trespass and stuff. It's a risk we're willing to take. It's a risk I take going into these buildings. Especially in the conditions that they're in. It's a risk I take willingly. I love doing it. So, but I don't recommend anyone doing it, and you could get in trouble doing this. So please do not be stupid like we are. So let us do the stupid stuff, and we'll deal with the consequences later. So, Leanne, have you ever met a homeless man in any of the places you've been? Yes. Twice. One time, I don't know if I can talk about it, but yes. And maybe I will touch up on that one. But the other time was at the abandoned train station video that me and Red did a while back. And it's a spot for a lot of people to shoot up at. And we went there twice, once to do the explore, and then we went back to start a Randonautica video there. And yeah, there was people going in and out, just obviously to shoot up and stuff, and no judgment, I'm not judging them or anything like that. It's a tough thing. So, so yeah, so if you see that video, and we heard a couple of them arguing and stuff, and you could hear it on the video, kind of early on in that video, you could hear some people arguing and whatnot. So tons of needle, there was like needles scattered just everywhere, down on the train tracks. Everywhere. If any of you guys remember that video, there were so many needles, just everywhere. It was crazy. And that city's gotta clean that up. But I wouldn't want that job. But there was thousands of needles. And then the other spot is not something I technically want to share, but there was a homeless man living in that abandoned mausoleum, and his name was Donnie, and he was living in there for over a month, and he was not in his right mind. He was, I felt very bad for him. He was not in his right mind. He was probably drunk. I gave him, some money, but, I pleaded with him, do not buy alcohol, do not buy cigarettes, because he kept asking me for cigarettes, and he kept forgetting that he was asking me for cigarettes, and I didn't want to give him any cigarettes. I don't smoke, but, I didn't want to get him cigarettes because, he might light himself, he might fall asleep and, end up lighting himself on fire, and, yeah, that's really, it was really tough. So yeah, so that's the other guy I ran into. But Nikki, please be careful for bad people or squatters. Yeah, we definitely be careful. I'm always armed legally, depending on what state I'm in. Um, you know, we follow all the laws. We don't try to break the laws or anything like that. But we are armed. Not that I would want to have to use anything, but still gotta look out for ourselves too, and um, try to avoid the situation first before having to do that. So if we can, obviously, you try to get away first, before you have to, resort to anything like that. So always try to get away first. So, um, addiction is, I'm assuming you said hell. Addiction is hell. I'm 32 years clean. Blessing for those people. Yeah, addiction is hell, and a lot of times it's not those people's fault necessarily. It's situations that they get put in. Sometimes especially with like opioids and stuff. People are in pain and they get prescribed medicine, and they end up getting hooked to it, not to their fault, but it's tough. And we don't need to go down the road. This is an exploring YouTube page and stuff and haunted stuff. So I don't want to really get into that kind of stuff. This is made for people to get away from the craziness of kind of our reality. So I try to keep this page away from that kind of topic, but sometimes it comes up because there's nothing you can do about it. But Bobby, gotta go. So glad I caught the stream. Take care, Chris. Good night to everyone. Thank you very much for joining, Bobby. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, so that is that situation. I think there was something else I wanted to kind of go over. And other things too. I know this is like my first time going live in a while. But I'm going to try to keep these lives maybe like an hour and a half tops about. Bring on the ghosts. Definitely bring on the ghosts. So yeah, I'm gonna like in further videos depending on what's going on. But since I haven't talked to you guys in a while, I'm definitely gonna go a little bit longer. I'm probably gonna keep these lives because I'm gonna try to do like episodes and stuff. So I'll try to keep these lives maybe around an hour and a half or so, maybe between like an hour and 10 minutes and like an hour and 45 each week, depending on how much I have to ramble about. And also if I'm gonna be adventuring, unfortunately, like I won't be able to do a live stream. So, but if I'm kind of hanging around home, then maybe I'll come on maybe twice a week to make up for it, or 3 times in the future, depending. So, and if there's any places you want me to visit and stuff too, you can always message me on Instagram, or let me know in the live streams, and then maybe we'll do like a little segment on this place that you want me to visit. We can look at pictures of their website. We can maybe read a little bit of the history. So then when I do go there, you'll know what to expect. And yeah, just definitely let me know. So there's a couple haunted places I do want to go to for sure. And they're in Kentucky. Was it Kentucky? I think it was Kentucky. But one of them is the Octagon House. Omar Gosh did a video at the Octagon House recently, and I thought that place was awesome. So I definitely want to go there, and I think also, is it Waverly Hills? Is it Kentucky? Waverly Hills, or I think it was Waverly Hills. If I go there, I'll probably hit both those spots. And then I'm not too far away from the Smoky Mountains, I think, where Brushy Hill Penitentiary is at. I'd like to maybe go there, spend the night there. And I have a couple other places too, so you guys definitely let me know. So, alright, I kind of wanted to go into a little bit more about last week's video, just because, Leanne, just keep in mind, maybe start earlier. It's 5:11 here, so I'm just joining by clear luck. Thank you very much. I know it's late, and some of these days I'll probably start maybe around noontime. U.S. Eastern time, so like noon time. So if you're overseas, it'd be like, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that, in the afternoon. So I will try to do that, maybe as many times as I can. We'll see what my schedule is going to be like, and I'll try to do that because sometimes I might not be able to do the nights. So um, we'll try that. So yeah. So last week's video, I did a horrible job with the history, and I didn't realize how crazy the history was at that farm colony, and in that entire area of that whole area is considered like Willowbrook, and the tuberculosis hospital I did before that is actually like pretty much right across the street from there too. The one with the tunnels, and I did the investigation at the 2-part video. So it's kind of crazy. There's just a lot of this is a lot of it's a very dark area, and everyone I've talked to about that place, when they said, hey, have you been to the farm colony, or we're talking about the farm colony, they always agree, like, like either something kind of crazy happened there, or they agree like it's a very dark place. But across the street, the other side of the street, is the what used to be the Willowbrook State School, and the Willowbrook State School is now Staten Island College, or Staten Island University. And what's kind of crazy is that, like, there's a lot of tunnels underneath that farm colony, and there's a lot of homeless people that lived at that colony. There was, just people, like, I think I mentioned in the video, but there was just people who couldn't really work. So they could work, they just weren't, quality workers. So they had to kind of take, just labor jobs, creating clothing, just textiles, just, simple things just for food, shelter, and food, shelter, and, clothing and stuff. So they lived at this colony. But there was actually people who lived underneath the colony and underneath Willowbrook State School, which is right there. Like, I'll actually bring up kind of like a map, an above view map, where you will see. And there was a man who was a custodian there named Andre Rand, and he was found guilty on 2 counts of kidnapping. But they assumed that he murdered a lot more children than what he got tried for. He there was no proof. He didn't get convicted for murder, but you can almost assume that he probably had something to do with it. I hate assuming, but he got convicted for 2 counts of kidnapping, and he's currently serving 25 to life, and he's actually up for parole in like 12 years. So he's still in prison. There's also, right in that area of the farm colony, I don't know exactly where, but it's either where the Willowbrook State School was, which is now that college. They did find a shallow grave of a 12-year-old girl, and all the other children that went missing, there was a bunch, and there's names and stuff, and I don't really want to show names, but they are presumed dead. And Andre Rand was rumored to be living in these tunnels underneath the farm colony, or underneath the Willowbrook. I mean, it's right there. They're like literally across the street. Boom. That's Willowbrook. And that whole area, that whole like borough, is Willowbrook. So in the 70s and 80s, I mean, there were stories about kids. Like, one story was like a parent sent their kid out to go get like soap from the corner store. Boom, kid's gone. 1 minute you're walking down the street with your kid, you turn around, your kid's gone. I mean, it was just rampant missing kids going in the 70s and 80s in this area. Like, it made like national news. Also, what went on at the Willowbrook State School was even crazier, and that actually made national news and actually world news. What went on at the Willowbrook State School, I think it broke in the 80s. The doctors kind of blew the whistle there, and the reporter, a lot of you guys probably would recognize the name, but Geraldo Rivera, that was kind of his breakthrough story. He went undercover into the Willowbrook State School and exposed I made a story of what was happening there, and like there's a video in this description, like in the description, I have a link to a video. But if you are sensitive to that kind of material, I mean, I don't recommend watching it. Um, but if you, sometimes you gotta watch these things just to kind of like, so it sinks in, like, like this kind of things happened. And um, it broke national news, like the treatment of these. And Willowbrook State School was a school for disabled children, mentally disabled. And I mean, there was kids, just a lot of the kids, some of them they refused to wear clothing, so they were walking around with no clothing on. Um, and they were just rocking back and forth, just on just in the middle of rooms, just screaming and wailing, and they weren't being taken care of. And it got so bad, like it got really bad. And I can't show you the video. I mean, I can show you some pictures maybe, but and that was right on this property. I mean, it's right there. Like this whole area is just a dark area. And Andre Rand was a custodian there. There was a different name for it. I forget what they call an orderly. They called him an orderly. And Andre Rand had a history of him being mentally unstable. And also, I believe his mother was in a mental asylum. Um, so I don't know. It's no excuse, but this guy obviously had some kind of mental illness. He obviously maybe, and he didn't actually, from what I read, and we can confirm this. I have some articles up, but there's so many articles. I mean, you guys can delve for days in articles about this place. But I believe he never had any abuse, like that as a child, to make him. Because a lot of times people grow up because they got abused when they were younger, and they grow up and they kind of repeat that behavior. But I guess he didn't have that. So he kind of had a crazy background, and he got caught one time. I should pull up the story to get it right, but it was like about a dozen kids he took without their parents' permission. They got found out. He got in trouble for it. That was like one of the first times that kind of happened. He pretty much took like 12 kids without their parents' permissions. They got all returned, from what I know. And I'm just gonna catch up with the chat real quick. Nikki the Farm Column, you had some weird vibes. Yeah, it definitely did. And other things too, if you did see that video, if you did see my camera get knocked down, that could have been from me not setting it up good enough. I mean, I thought I did. So I like to clarify things, like if I don't like to call things paranormal, but I thought I set up my camera pretty well. I thought because the tripod has those legs to wrap around the pole, and that's a brand new camera, and I usually don't make those kind of mistakes, but it was late, and and it was freezing cold out that night. It was like my hands were numb. Like, when your hands get so cold after a while, and you're trying to like maybe work outside and stuff, and like your hands get kind of hard to move. So like that was kind of happening. So it could have been the way I set it up. But then we got a kind of like a weird response as soon as the camera knocked down. The whatever it was on the spirit box said SHI, fill the blanks. It sounded like that, at least. So, and it was the same voice that said the F word earlier in the video. It kind of sounded like the same voice. So a little weird, but I'm gonna still say that I like to debunk things, and I still want to say that maybe I didn't set up my camera well enough. So I'm gonna go with that for the story. So Nikki said, such a sad place. Actually, I can't imagine the horrors that went on there. Yeah, and I don't want to push the document. There's documentaries. There's a documentary called Cropsey, and that's about Andre Rand, and about he's like considered like this boogeyman kind of story, kind of like a Slender Man. But Cropsey, there's tons of things. If you type in Cropsey, you'll see like a documentary, and I also put a link in the description of this video and the description of last week's video. You can see the Cropsey one. You can see the report. It was actually a news. It was actually 50 years later they revisited what happened at Willowbrook, and it actually came out in, I think, like early April this year. So it's recent. It's a recent article about Geraldo Rivera 50 years ago, talking about the Willowbrook State School. And you know, if you can handle it, I recommend just, and it changed everything about how we treat disabled children, and that type of mental disabilities. It kind of changed everything on that type of care. It definitely could still be better today, but it definitely changed things going forward. And if you guys have seen my Fernald School series, that's another place where there was, tons of mistreatment in the late 40s and early 50s of the kids at the Fernald State School. Um, so, and if you haven't seen that series, I do put a description. I try to write, if you watch these videos, always look in the description, because I'll write some history in the descriptions. And, if there's things I miss, especially because early on in my earlier videos, I wasn't as good as speaking to the camera. I wasn't as good speaking in general, and trying to format my videos the way I want to, that I'm going to be doing better forward on with getting history correct, and stuff like that. And then there's just some places I can't tell you the history because I can't give out the location. And, it is what it is. I can't be giving out these locations and having people who like to trash places and ruin it for us going to these places. There's that. And it's mid. Sorry, I seen you. Just you wrote there. So, it's mid said, living underground, easy access to kids. That dude sounds like a creep. Yeah, definitely easy access to kids, and also it being right there by the Willowbrook State School, and a lot of the kids that were um, kidnapped, and the one girl that was found, her name was Jen, which we talked about in the video. She her grave was found as a shallow grave, and she actually, I think she was autistic, or something like that too. So I can just imagine these kids were being taken advantage of, and you know, um, and I honestly, I hate having to talk. I don't like using people like Andre Rand as something to, make a video about. I don't like using him as like, I don't know, clickbait or something, or something like to get clicks and everything. But if it's relevant to the video and the history, I like to talk about it, and I try to get everything accurate. And I do have articles I can bring up too. I've just been scurrying through them, and sometimes it's hard to remember everything off the fly. But there's tons of information, and I do recommend, going into it. And yeah, so chasing plastic. I used to be so freaked out on camera. Now you can't shut me up on one. I know, right? Like, it's so weird talking to a camera. Um, it's something I've never done before. Like, literally, I've, been like an auto mechanic like forever, since I was like 15. Went to tech school for it, and, worked in dealerships and gas stations, and also, did some other jobs too, and recently driving some limousines too part time. And yeah, just like, I don't know, being on camera is kind of weird, but you get used to it. And sometimes you get into that zone, and then it's like, I don't know, it's like film time. It's like go time. So uh, Nikki, I hate that people trash these beautiful old buildings. Yeah, and it's usually teenagers and whatnot. And I was stupid when I was young too, but I didn't trash places. But I don't know. And they do rituals and stuff in there, and that's how places end up catch on fire, because they'll start lighting candles, and I don't know, like an 18-year-old with any form of lighter, candles around them, and things that could ignite easily. It's just that's just a bad combination. Um, Leanne, where were there graves nearby, like a small gravesite? There were shallow graves. There is an article where I think they showed a picture of where they found the shallow grave. Um, I might be able to pull it up off screen, but I'm not sure if it's accurate. Um, there is actually a cemetery on site too, on the farm colony. There is a cemetery on the farm colony. I didn't know that. I actually noticed that on Google Maps when I was looking over the farm colony. It had like one of those little gray icons, and when you click on it, it says that's a cemetery. So And I bet you there's no headstones. It's probably rocks, because usually at those places they'll just put, all you got was a rock. Um, so yeah, let me pull up. Let me pull up quick. I'm gonna get quicker at pulling these things up. Right now, if any of you guys are familiar with OBS Studios, that's what I'm using. So okay, I'm gonna actually show you the farm colony. All right. So I know I went there at night. It's kind of hard to see the buildings, but there might be a couple pictures of the buildings I can show you too during the daytime. So yeah, right here, and you know what? Maybe I'll go to the full screen for you guys so you can see. Okay, so this is the farm colony. So okay, I'm trying to think, because I was looking at Google Maps. I think over here is where the cemetery is, because I think it was along this road. So I just want to make sure you guys can see that right. Okay. Yeah, so there's supposed to be like a cemetery over here. Right over here, right across the street, this little driveway here is, the information I've seen is it's part of the college over here. And the biggest building there, unless it's been torn down, it would have been right over here. This is where the state school would have been. So right across the street. So literally right here, farm colony, boom, Willowbrook. And Andre Rand did work here at the Willowbrook. And this whole area, like this neighborhood is like the borough is Willowbrook. So tons of missing children in this area, and all presumed pretty much dead, unfortunately. And just right across the other way is a tuberculosis hospital where, even more people died. And there's tunnels, and there was even more tunnels, like the tunnels I showed you in that video. It goes even further, but there was that one door that I started that first video. There was the door behind me that was barricaded, and I bet that tunnel goes way, 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 way far out to the other buildings, which are pretty far away. So, and there's also buildings there that were being used currently, which there was tunnels leading to them, but those were active. There was lights on, and those were probably active buildings, so we kind of stayed away from that area. So there's tunnels probably that connect this whole entire area is probably all tunnels. And the tunnels at the farm colony, the one entrance that I did see, which was kind of like a sewer cover, and it was in front of that last building we went into with the long bridge that goes into the building. It's right there, and it's flooded with water. So I'm assuming most of these tunnels are flooded, and if I can find another, I might go back there, but if I can't find a way in, or if anyone else knows a way into some of these tunnels, I would like to check them out. And it's kind of crazy that there's a college there, and you got people there that they probably don't even know any of the history that went on over there. So I don't know, it's kind of funny, and they actually do have a memorial on that campus. It's like the Willowbrook State School Mile, I think it's called, or something like that. And they still have some of the original buildings and stuff. And I like that kind of stuff, because it allows you to remember. It allows you not to forget some of the things that went on here. And when people don't know about it and they go to this memorial and they say like, hey, what the heck's this? And they read about it and they're like, damn, like, we got to step our game up, and we stepped our game up, and those type of. You think they would have learned from the Fernald School, but that got covered up for a long, long time. The Fernald School. Leanne said, "So sad. All these gets all they get was a stone. So sad. Yeah, that happens. All they got was a stone." Nikki, I don't understand why they needed tunnels. Okay, so the tunnels with the tuberculosis hospitals, I've heard. But I don't know about the other places, but with tuberculosis hospitals, there were so many people passing away that in order to keep like kind of morale up, and because there's so many people dying each day, that they would have these secret tunnels, not necessarily secret, but they'd have these tunnels where they would roll the bodies out of the morgue, and that way people don't see it. You're not rolling bodies down hallways. It's like a separate tunnel where they'll take the body and they'll bring it to whatever transportation vehicle, so people aren't seeing just like 20, 30 people that they just talked to yesterday, being declared dead. It's just, I guess, to keep the morale high. That's kind of a thing I've heard, but I don't know if it applies to that specific tuberculosis hospital. And with the farm colony, I don't know, in Willowbrook, I don't know why they had tunnels. I mean, maybe they were a lot of these older buildings, maybe they were tunnels that maybe led to a lot of the older buildings had bomb shelters, or fallout shelters. A lot of the insane asylums I've been to, you'll see a sign for there were fallout shelters at one point. A lot of the older hospitals in the basements, they have their fallout shelters. So I don't know if the tunnels have to do with that. I don't know. A lot of the times too is because there are so many buildings on the properties. Like you have 50 buildings on one property. A lot of the plumbing and electrical cables and stuff like that, and maintenance tunnels, those are all maintenance tunnels. And you'll see along those tunnels, you'll see piping, like big pipes for the sewage, and big pipes because a lot of these places had their own kind of like power plants. A lot of the old hospitals, you'll see a whole separate building has this have like a smokestack. You'll see the smokestack, and it's a whole separate building, and they'll have like a bunch of oil tanks in them, and they will actually heat and power those hospitals and whatnot. So that's just the way they access them. And then I think nowadays they're just part of public sewage, and they're on just the power grid now. So I think that's the reason why. And if anyone knows, throw down a comment and correct me. If you're seeing this video later on and you know anything about that, throw down, correct me. So I'm not an expert, and I like to be corrected, because I'd like to know the true history too, and I like to know these things, So that's like the layout of the farm colony. Yeah, and I guess it's just some black and white photos. There's some other websites that have better pictures and whatnot, but I may go back. I may go back there and do another investigation. But so yeah, I kind of wanted just to touch on last week's video and the history with the missing children, because I did put that in the title, like missing children, and the thumbnail and stuff, and I don't like to put things that aren't relevant or not correct, and if I do get something wrong, I try to correct it, so you guys can like fact check me and stuff. So but yeah, that's what I wanted to show there. I might show, let me pull this up for you guys. So yeah, there's tons of articles about Andre Rand, and this like legend of Cropsey and whatnot. And I mean, there's tons of them. This one is from allthatisinteresting.com. So if you do want to look it up yourself and kind of read some of these things, and I'll go kind of slow here. So if you guys kind of want to read a little bit, I might highlight a couple things. Oh, what do you know? I'm getting some advertisement for a microphone, but hey, too late, Amazon. I already bought one. But yeah, it goes into his history too. It's also a story of like in the 1920s, like in the farm colony, about a boy that went missing, and the last time he was seen was with some older man, and he went missing. So there's like a bunch of there's a bunch of stories. I mean, you can delve into it and stuff, and tons of missing people. So, and those kind of stories interested me too, like if anyone's seen like Missing 411 and stuff like that, those kind of mysterious missing children and missing people stories are very interesting. So, um, so yeah, he's serving 25 to life, and he's up for parole in the 2030s, 2034 or something like that. Um, but yeah, so there's some photos here. You know, it might be interesting to you guys. Toddler seemed to vanish. 1970, toddler seemed to vanish. 1972, the toddler seemed to vanish into thin air while playing in her neighborhood just a few miles southeast of Willowbrook. By this time, Rand had already served 10 months in prison for the abduction of several children. He was never convicted of kidnapping or abduction, as none of these kids were harmed, but did serve time for unlawful imprisonment. That's when I believe he did take like a group of kids. And yeah, so it goes into some of Andre Rand's victims. 1981, 7-year-old girl named, I hate to do the names, but young girl named Holly went missing. Her parents filed a missing persons report, while several witnesses claimed to have seen the girl with Rand shortly before her disappearance. Once again, no actual evidence led to no actual arrest. 2 years later, Rand became a primary suspect once again when an 11-year-old girl disappeared in 1984. 21-year-old vanished. So there's just more and more and more, and there's tons of YouTube videos and stuff. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, this is the girl Jennifer, who they found in the shallow grave. Yes, she had Down syndrome. If this is something you guys are interested in, I like to go into these type of mysterious stories and true crime kind of things too every now and then, especially when they relate to places. So yeah, that's really it. I kind of want to just go into last week's video and whatnot. Yeah, so let me catch up with the chat a little bit. I know there's a couple things here. Okay, Nikki, he should never get out of prison. I hope they deny his parole. Yeah, definitely. I bet you they'll deny his parole. But you just never know. You never know. So, yeah. So I don't know how many we got in here. All right. I mean, is there any? You guys got any questions? Because I'm gonna end this soon, and if you guys got any questions, just start throwing a couple at me here. But I will be doing this weekly and give you guys more of a heads up. And if you guys like this, and if you missed this live stream and you're watching this, tomorrow or next week or whatever, I'll try to give you guys a better notice. And let me know if you want me to keep doing this. And I don't know, maybe I'll decorate behind me a little bit better. Get some other cool decorations to put behind me. And I don't know. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and I'll give you guys a minute or so if there's any other questions you got. If not, that is cool. And tomorrow there will be that video of the abandoned mansion. Nikki, any Haunted with Phil coming out? Leanne, I gotta go. Nice live, Chris. Thank you very much, Leanne, and thank you for staying up wicked late. I know it's morning, and I will try to help you guys out in that time zone by going on a little bit earlier some of these times. So thank you very much for joining and staying up. So thank you. But Nikki, back to your question. I would like to film with Phil. Maybe we can split a location, because a lot of these locations, they're like $300 just for the night. So it's good to be able to split the cost, and it's also more fun. It could be more fun with more people. And yeah, I would like to. Yeah, definitely, Phil. If you hear this, I'll probably end up texting you or calling you soon or talking to you on Instagram. But yeah, hit me up. I definitely want to book some places soon, and I'll probably be asking Chad. And I always Big Red always has an open invite, so it's like if he can make it, perfect. So I would love to set up some more haunted places, and I like having the group, and it's fun. It's fun filming with Phil. It's fun filming with Chad, um, and anybody else too. I mean, there's other YouTubers too. Um, so I would like to explore with soon and meet up with. So chasing plastic. You need a guitar by that stack. I got two guitars literally right next to me. I actually moved. I have another stack right next to me right here. It's actually a better one. Um, but I actually moved that Marshall to match. It's actually a Marshall cab. I moved that Marshall. It's a Valve State 8100. I moved that off of my Mesa 4x12, which is I love my Mesa. It's even bigger than the Marshall. Um, but yeah, I love this, and I got my guitars right next to me. And if I'm not exploring, I'm trying to cover songs and whatnot. But um, yeah, that's also a JCM 900 cab from like the early 1990s. So it has um, it's the earlier models. I like the earlier models. So um, they have the UK built speakers, not the China built speakers. I'm not gonna nerd out, guys. I'll stop nerding. Um, Jason Plastic, great live. Definitely looking forward to seeing more. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Nikki, $300. Yes, $300. And some of them are even more money than $300. And if you have a group more than like 5 people, sometimes they charge even more. And if it's the weekend, sometimes they charge even more. So 300 is usually like some of the places like that's like during the week. And then during the weekends, they bump it up. So um, yeah, it can be expensive. That's why I kind of like these abandoned hospitals and stuff, because the abandoned hospitals are free besides gas and whatnot. So and yeah, so it's mid. How does it feel to roam around in the dark into a bando? I love it. Um, and I actually I really enjoy doing investigations alone and in the dark. And I have my full spectrum night vision camera now. And there was actually a recent video I did because there was neighbors around, and I couldn't use my camera with my light, so I had to use the night vision the whole time. So I filmed the whole thing in night vision, pretty much, except for the intro. I did a quick intro, but um, I did the whole video in night vision, and it was really cool. Um, I wish those cameras had a better microphone setup, um, but it's doable, and those are it's actually this camera right there, that camera. That's actually the light on the bottom, but it's this camera right here, and it's really good. I really wish they put an external output for another mic, because when you're ghost hunting, you need to be able to hear things. And no knock on Ghost Stop. I love that camera. That camera is amazing. But I would pay more money if they had a version that I can hook up a separate microphone to it. I will pay it. I don't care if it's bigger. I don't care what you guys do. I will pay the extra money for it. So I think you guys should do it. And the REM pod is from Ghost Stop as well, and the Spirit Box, and most of the stuff I use is from Ghost Stop. And I am a Ghost Stop affiliate. So if you get into the paranormal or whatnot, you can use the link in the descriptions and on my about section on my YouTube page. And if you use that link, they give me a little percentage of the sale. So that's kind of cool. So, and they have a lot of cool things coming out. And so if you do get into it and you do want to grab something, you can use that link, and then I get something. So, that's helps me out. And if you're still gonna buy gear, then go through them, and they ship pretty quick too. So um yeah, definitely be more stuff with full spectrum full spectrum camera. So um tom Tommy Quarter, how you doing, buddy? Hope you both are good. I'm doing very good, Tommy. Thank you very, very much. I hope you're doing good as well. Um, Jason Plastic, sweet setup, and I could nerd out all night on music equipment. Same here. I could nerd out all day on guitar, music, and I will. I will. This is all right. All right, Jason. This is for you. I'll show you one of my guitars quick. I don't know if I'm able to get in the shot, but that is my Ibanez. This is like my baby, but it needs fret work. The frets are really beat up, and I've had them redressed like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and they're already beat up again. Probably because I put thicker gauge strings on there. So it's my Ibanez, and I love it. And then I got one more. Sorry guys, I'm nerding out for a minute, but and then it's the Schecter C1 Hellraiser. So I use different guitars for different tunings. Um, so yeah, that's a nerd out quick. And what is up, Carly Ann? Thank you for joining. It's your boy. uh, love y'all, and we've got your boy. Thank you, Carly Ann. Thank you very, very much. He's super good with the guitar. Thank you. Yes, Carly Ann has unfortunately been forced to see me play guitar. So, um, Nikki, I avoid doing paranormal. I'm like my grandma. I hear, see, and feel things I don't want to. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, some people, I don't get that way, and I would like, I don't know. I don't get like, I don't get like intuition or something like that. I really wish I could pick up on things. Like I'm not good with it, but maybe it makes me a better, I guess, maybe a better like investigator because I'm kind of in the middle and I'll debunk things and I don't know. But yeah, I find that pretty cool though. I wish I kind of had that like going into a place and then be able to kind of feel like some kind of energy that's going on there. Um, I lack that. Um, Chasing Plastic, beautiful blue. My next bass is gonna be an Ibanez. Ibanez makes some nice bass guitars. Um, but I've been looking at Solar guitars, kind of Solar and ESP to go to for my next one. Um, I can go off topic about guitars all day long, so my apologies. So you can like skip over this, and this is your moment to hit the dislike button. But don't do that. But you could. Carly Ann, love y'all. Let's keep it going. We love you too, Carly Ann. Yes, Chasing Plastic, thank you for being here. Thank you, Chasing Plastic, for being here. So, how long have I been on for? Um, like almost like one hour and a half, maybe more than an hour and a half. Time's been flying. Time is going by so fast. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I don't know, it just feels like time has just been going by way faster than normal. Like it's already like May. It's crazy. Something's going on. Chasing Plastic. Oh, I try not to miss a RealmXplore live or video drop. Thank you. I really really appreciate that, and I hope to better my content. Still the same kind of like attitude, where like it's kind of like run and gun, kind of like little cuts and everything, but new camera. I'm gonna, I just want the quality of the videos to be better, and I want better cinematics, and just better quality, better sound, better everything, but still the same, like little cuts, like we're going into, where we're going everywhere, like kind of thing. So it's mid for me. It's the living, to be honest. The thought of someone following me around, no sir. Yeah, I'm more worried about the living, and I am more worried about getting caught by the popo. And usually, I mean, we've been caught multiple times, and never been arrested. But once they see we're respectable people and we're just going there to take pictures, and we don't take anything. We're not breaking anything, and they usually let us go. They've been pretty good about that. Um, so I mean, we've had some close encounters. I mean, the last time I went out with Red, we were gonna film together for the first time in a long time, and it was an abandoned prison, and I forget what kind of dog it is. It's not a German Shepherd. It's the other kind of dog that they use for police and for military. Um, the ones that can like scale a whole wall, like they're crazy. Yeah, that dog got sent on us, and yeah, we had to give up before he had him on a long leash, thankfully. But yeah, that was the last time me and Red explored, and that wasn't fun. But they ended up being cool. And then they were like, the sergeant was like, I kind of like the paranormal stuff. I was telling him like, I'm just here to take pictures and paranormal investigator. I heard there was a crazy there was a murder here and stuff like that. And then he came back after running our IDs and stuff, and was like, he saw that obviously we have no record, and he was just like, all right, we're gonna let you go. And it was like around Christmas too. And, it was just like, all right, we'll let you guys go. And me and Red just drop on the ground. Like, we see his car. We see two cars pulling up after we get into the fence of the prison, and I see a car coming up the side road, and I knew it was a cop. It was an SUV. It was a black SUV, and then behind him was a smaller. It was like the smaller like Explorers, but he had the first one was like a big Expedition, not Expedition, like a Suburban, and second we saw the lights. Me and him, I have a camo jacket on and everything, and he had like green jacket or something. We both dropped to the ground, and we're trying to, so they don't see us and everything. They get out of the car. They're using those old like the bigger stream lights, so they couldn't see us. Like, literally couldn't see us. I'm like, just wait, stay on the ground. Like, I'm whispering to him like, just hold on. Maybe they'll leave. Maybe they didn't see us. And eventually he goes, all right, we're gonna send the dog. And I'm thinking he's bluffing. I'm like, he's not gonna send the dog. I'm like whispering around, like, he's not gonna send the dog. So I'm like, just stay on the ground. They don't see us. And because I really want to get into this place. So he opens up one door. I'm not even looking up. I'm like, my face is like in the ground because I'm not lifting up my head. And for some reason, I had my secondary light in my backpack, and my light kept going off. And you could see it through the bottom of the backpack. And I'm like, Red. Red's like, yo, turn off your light. I'm like, I can't. Like, it's in my bag. I'm like, I'm trying. So I put my bag, like, I stuffed it under my stomach, so like the light couldn't be seen. Thankfully, didn't see the light. So then, like, he's like, yeah. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm gonna go get the dog. And I'm just like, crap. So I hear one door open. I think it was his driver's door. He opens it for a second, closes it, and then he opens up the second door. I hear a second door open, and all of a sudden I hear the chain of the dog, and I'm like, crap. Like, he's really sending the dog, and I'm like, I don't know if he was on a leash or not. I'm not even looking. So then, like, I kind of peek up, and then, yeah, I see the dog. I hear him kind of coming towards us, and then he starts, he starts like not whimpering, but he starts like making noise. Like, he knows we're there. He can smell us immediately. So then he brings up to the dog to the fence, like, this is your last chance. And I look at Red, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I can't. Like, this is it. Like, he's sending the dog. And then I kind of hear the leash kind of get loose because you can hear him kind of walking closer, and he gets to the hole in the fence. And yeah, so I just get up. I'm like, my hands are in the air. I'm like, we have no weapons. We're just we're photographers. We're coming out. And in order for me to get through the fence, I had to take off my backpack because someone cut through the fence and cut through the barbed wire that goes around the bottom of the fence. Not only there was barbed wire on the top, there's barbed wire on the bottom of the fence, kind of like how you set up barracks, like you see in like in like war situations or whatever. The barbed wire that's on the ground too, so someone can actually cut through that. So I take off my bag. I'm like, I'm taking off my backpack. I'm like, I have to do it to get through the fence. He's like, all right. I'm like, you guys. I'm like, we're sorry, just photographers. And I'm like, you guys. I'm like, you can see I just have cameras in my backpack. I'm like, I'll open it. We got no weapons. We got no spray cans. We're just photographers, paranormal investigators. Just want to check the place out. And long story short, they were cool with it. Cop ended up saying like, hey, I kind of like the paranormal stuff and whatnot. So let me catch up with the chat here. We got you. It's mids. Carly Ann says. Uh, Carly Ann, we're getting into paranormal videos here. We love and appreciate you all. Yeah, we love the paranormal videos. Chasing Plastic. Right now I have a Dean Playmate acoustic bass and a Dean 5-string beater electric. I had an Epiphone and a Clunker Court, but sold them. Very nice, very nice. I have not played bass yet. I would like to learn so I can track my own bass parts if I ever decide to make something. So, Carly Ann says, "Love you at It's Mids." We love you, It's Mids. Carly Ann, Belgian Malinois. Yes, that's it. Thank you very, very, very much. Those dogs are crazy. If you guys haven't seen like videos of those Belgian, I don't know how to say it. Malinois. I don't know. Carly Ann, you tell me. You tell me later how to say that. Um, Nikki got popped by the popo the other day for not using my turn signal. Nikki, you got to use your turn signal. All right, you got to use it. Over here in Massachusetts, we call it your blinker or your blinker. I don't have the Boston accent, but you know that's you got to use your blinker. uh, Carly Ann, we're all an active community here. We love and appreciate you all. Yes, we love and appreciate you all, and thank you for supporting the channel. So, Carly Ann says, Chris and Red are the real deal. Love them. We love you too, Carly Ann. Carly Ann, let us give some love. Love you, Chris and Red. We love you too, Carly Ann. Tommy says, bring some food for the dog next time. Right? But then wouldn't the dog smell the food? I mean, I think I was the food for the dog. But, yeah, I still want to get into that prison. That place is crazy. That place is crazy. Definitely want to get in there. It's not too far, too. Nikki says, them dogs will rip you up. I've seen them in action. Some get so hyped up, it's hard to shut them down. He was hyped up. I'm pretty sure he smelled us the second they took him out of the car. I'm pretty sure I'm like, and this is, I gave up right now. I'm like, there's no way we're getting away from this dog. I'm like, if it was just two cops and he didn't see us and he assumed that maybe he saw us walk or something, you know, we're staying on the ground and we're waiting for them to leave. And once again, I've said it a few times, I do not condone anybody to be doing this. This is us being stupid. It is illegal to do this kind of things, but we are very respectful. We do not break anything. We don't break in. If there's no way in, then we move on to the next location. We do not do things like that. We do not want that reputation. We don't do any of that kind of stuff, and I do not recommend anyone to do that. I don't steal things from these places. Leave them for other explorers to see. You know, there's kind of a code, so and I try my best to live by it, and I try not to give out these locations. And you know, there's some of them that are just so very well known that we can talk about, you know, that everyone's already been to and it's already been doxed. And not that I want people to go to them, but you know, the information's there and they will find it, and they're already there. There's people there right now crawling through some of these places right now. So but I do my best to for the good locations. I'm not going to give them out, you know. I don't do that. So it's Mid says, like dude from The Simpsons, unleash the hounds. Oh, that was Mr. Burns. Didn't the hounds have like, didn't they like bark? Didn't they like spit bees or something? They like barked bees out of their mouth or something. It's Mids. I was the food for the dogs, laughing my ass off. I was. That dog wouldn't have cared, you know. Carly Ann, I see y'all in this live chat. I love you all. Carly Ann says, let's get it. It's Mids. Carly Ann, love you. Nikki, love all of you. Look, Chris is trying the best of his idea. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Carly Ann. Trying my best over here, and things will just keep improving, you know. as I get better at this. And with this program too, I can share picture files, I can share videos. I could even maybe do like a trailer video of like the video coming out tomorrow, but I don't have one ready. But maybe like I could do like a trailer, like a 2-minute trailer video, and be like, boom, like this is coming out tomorrow. And yeah, I don't know. And I hope you guys, yeah, so like tomorrow, that video will be out at 10 a.m. And I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. It's 10 a.m. on a Friday, East Coast time. Like, is that a good time? Um, should I post it later in the day? Should I post it maybe a little earlier, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning? Let me know. I mean, I figured 10 o'clock was good on a Friday, so that way, like, when you guys get up, you can see it. If you can't watch it in the morning, like, hey, maybe I have Friday night off. Maybe I'm busy Friday night. Maybe I'll plan it for Saturday. Maybe I don't have time. Maybe Sunday morning. I don't know. But I figured if you have the whole day to see it Friday, maybe you can make a plan during the day and be like, I don't know, like, all right, I see it Friday, 10 a.m. Can't watch it at 10 a.m., but I know it's there. And then, I'll watch it later that night. So, Tommy, can't wait to taste them ribs you show at the end of your shows. Yeah, I get some. I get some boneless spare ribs. Like whatever state you're in, I want to see what boneless spare ribs you get. Send me a picture on Instagram. If you have Instagram, if you don't, that's okay. But send me a picture of those boneless spare ribs. Give me your rating out of 10. Let me know. The new trend for us have been chicken wings, and we've been rating chicken wings, and I've been getting chicken wings like twice a week now. But and the blue cheese. Whoever if you make a good blue cheese, you get my service. So the blue cheese is what's up. So yeah, like if you guys have Instagram, if you haven't added me on Instagram, it's just RealmXplore, and come check it out. I mean, I post extra pictures, sometimes different angles, different things I find in the house maybe, and then I got this new camera where it takes way better pictures than the GoPro. So like you're gonna see like my picture game, my Insta game is gonna go through the roof with this new camera. So I'm very excited for that. And so yeah, add me up on Instagram. I think I only have like 328 followers, so help me out. Let's get that a little bit higher. Let's see. Nikki, oh yeah, those ribs. Yeah, I know you guys love those ribs. Some people didn't like that segment though. Some people were like, yeah, I turn it off when you guys eat the spare ribs. But I don't know. It's kind of like a weird thing that I wanted to add at the end. Just kind of, I don't know, just be goofy, and that's what really happened. Like, so we'll be exploring that whole day, and then you're hungry. And what's open late? Usually, Chinese food restaurants. They're always open late on the weekends. It's either that or like McDonald's or something. But I try to stay away from the fast food. Even though boneless spare ribs are kind of fast food, but it's mostly meat, and usually the places we go to, it's honey for the sauce, so honey's not that bad for you. Carly Ann says, yes, at It's Mids, thank you so much for being here. You're incredible. Let's go, Realm, to the next plane. Let's go. Let's go. Carly Ann, love you, Nikki. We love you, Nikki. Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying, is it like initials? Like I feel like I'm just gonna call you like JEH or J. Can I go? Like, I don't know. You let me know. Post it later in the app. Post it later in the app. Okay, later. So post my videos later in the afternoon. Okay. Like you like before dinner time, maybe like 5 o'clock. Like maybe so you have something for dinner time to watch, or after, like maybe save it for after dinner. I'm gonna post tomorrow same time, but I want to get kind of like input, So, thank you for spreading all the love, Carly Ann. Nikki, I love you all. That's awesome. Like, it's cool. We have like a little community going, and I want you guys to be able to start. And some of you guys have, you guys talk to each other like on Instagram, and you guys are always talking to each other in the comment section. And you guys kind of like, are getting to know each other. So it's kind of like a little community. And, maybe in the future, when I maybe set up like a website, I'll have like a forum on there where we can kind of all kind of stay connected on topics or something. And it's cool, and I want you guys to be able to speak your minds, and I want to hear your opinions, and I want to hear your thoughts on paranormal, because paranormal can be subjective and people have their own beliefs and stuff, and I want to hear them all, and definitely respect everyone's beliefs and everything, and so, and I'll be the guy in the middle, like playing devil's advocate, being like, well, let's look into it further, because I'm always like debunking myself and debunking things and stuff, so I like it. But I like debates. I like calm, open debates where we can all get each other's thoughts out, and you know and listen to each other. So let's go. Let's go with your boy. Chasing Plastic. I just started using Instagram again for my live toy auction promotion. I'll have to look you up on there for sure, bro. Yeah, definitely. And you can always just send me a message. I'm pretty active on Instagram. I like to stay connected with you guys who have been here since the start, and even any new subscribers too. I'm still early in the game, so I want to keep in touch with you guys. Always shoot me a message. I try to get back to you as soon as possible, and everything. And it's cool that you have like these toy auctions. I have all these old Batman, old Batman collection. I still have them like from when I was a kid, and my nephew, like he like literally plays with them like they're brand new toys. Like I have a whole bag full of a bunch of them, and like, he'll just take them, and like they're his Batman now, and they're perfectly fine, and like it's awesome. So so that's cool. You might have to send me something for back here to put up in my display over here. Maybe I'll put some stuff if you guys send it to me. I do have a PO box now. The info is in the description, and the info is on the about section of my YouTube page. You can see the info for my PO box. So even if you guys just want to send me a letter, you don't gotta send me stuff. Like don't feel obligated to send me things and everything. So don't feel obligated. And even if you just want to send me a letter or whatever, I'm just cool with that. I'll read it. I will 100% read your letter and keep it. Chasing Plastics. Carlene says, at Chasing Plastics, we see you and we appreciate you, and that is very true. Carly-Ann's gonna be like my future moderator here. She's gonna be holding it down. I know Tiffany wants to be a mod too, so in the future when things pick up, Carly-Ann's gonna be holding it down. It's Mid says, maybe add the Insta button on the videos like a pop-up or something, so it's not invasive but it's there. Maybe it's not your style though. I don't know. I'd like to know how to, I want to do that, but I want to be able to design it right. I'm not good with designing things, so yes, I will do that. I do have this. Wait a second. I have that. It's not creative. Doesn't look good, but I'm learning, and I'm gonna try to talk to some people who are better with displays and whatnot, and teach me the ways. So I know there's a bunch of YouTube videos out there, but sometimes I just don't have the time to learn these things. I'm still learning my new camera. Like, it's so much to learn an actual camera and shoot in like manual mode, and learn all the settings you need to learn to make it look good. And so I'm learning. Let's see. Carly-Ann, we are family, we're a community, love you all. We are family and we are a community. That's what I want. That's the goal. That's the goal, for this to be a place where you guys can get away and we can talk about cool stuff like paranormal and cool places, and I don't know, mysteries, and maybe a little UFO stuff. I don't know if that's overplayed. I know a lot of people like the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot and Sasquatch things, but I feel like it's overplayed sometimes. But sometimes I like to get into what Sasquatch is and stuff, but just weird stuff. Not the crazy, but a little bit crazy. We like the weird. We like the weird around here. Thank you for following me, Chasing. I will follow you back. I'll definitely follow you back. 5 p.m. would be good. Oh, yeah, I think I already read that. Yeah, 5 p.m. would be good. Okay. All right, I get you. Maybe I'll try that out. I'll see what other people say, and maybe I'll try that out. Nikki says, chasing plastic. Are Pokemon cards still collectible? I have tons. I think they are. I know chasing plastic's probably the expert, but Carly Ann's a little bit of a Pokemon nerd, so I'm gonna call her out. Carly Ann, we've got some paranormal authority to check into. Let's go. Uh, just call me 89. I'm cool. All right, 89. Got you. Get you. Thank you. Uh, Carly Ann, let us send him gifts to his P.O. Box. You do not have to send me anything. If you just want to send me a letter, I'm cool with just a letter. Um, that's totally fine. You don't need to spend money sending me anything like that. But I will definitely check out the letter. And I check my P.O. Box like maybe every 3 weeks because it's a little bit of a drive to get to there. So I can't just stop by there every day. But I will. Maybe I'll even, I'll ask you first. But even if you want to put in the letter, like, hey, if you do want to show this on like a live stream, like me opening up something, maybe I'll do that. Just it's up to you. I don't want to put you in like a spot where, I'm opening up something or reading something that you're not comfortable with me doing. So just let me know. Chasing plastic. Oh, awesome! My 4-year-old daughter loves vintage toys. And for sure, what's your favorite childhood toy? Need some plastic in the background. My favorite childhood toys were probably my Ninja Turtles and my Batman. 100%. 100% the Batman and the Ninja Turtles. It's mids. Drop the love letters. Go for it. Drop the love letters. Carly Ann, love y'all. Let's hold it down. Tommy says, this is the first time I used Chatbox. Can't wait to see your next show. Thank you. And I love hearing from you guys. And, if you're someone out there who doesn't like to comment, you don't have to comment all the time. Just say hey. Just say what up. That's it. I'll comment back. I try to comment back to everybody. Don't be shy. Just say hello. I used to be, shy about commenting on other videos and stuff. And now I kind of, I'll comment out there and stuff. So just say hi. That's all. It's cool. If you don't want to, no problem. You can vicariously watch. That's no problem. We see you and appreciate you, Tommy. Yes. Nikki, how now it's the Jersey Devil lots of people are looking for. Yeah, Jersey's not too far. I was in New Jersey a little over a month ago. Not far into New Jersey, but I was into New Jersey. So there's a few stops in New Jersey I will be going to. Probably somewhat soon, and then maybe out to Pennsylvania. Or so. So I will look into the Jersey Devil. I know there's a couple haunted places and stuff in Jersey. Carly Ann says, "Nah, we don't think that about Realm. What about me?" We love all of y'all and appreciate you. Absolutely. I'll put a little decoration package together for you. Add some color and flair back there. I know, I got like this dark, like ominous theme going on back here. But I was thinking about getting like those RGB lights, but I didn't want it to be like too distracting. Like I don't want to be seeing like a light out of the corner of my eye. I already got my camera light in front of me. So I know, I kind of, maybe I will. Maybe like a couple, I'll put something back there for like a couple episodes, shout you out, and then move things around so maybe other people, because there's only so much room back there. So maybe then, like if someone else sends me something, I'll kind of replace it with that and stuff. And yeah, but no pressure. You don't gotta like send me anything like that. But um, Carly and Chase and Plastic, this is for you. We found some interesting things. Don't limit yourself to chatting here. Yeah, don't limit yourself, guys. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, start knowing you guys and everything, and I appreciate you guys. So, um, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go with this live stream. Get a disco ball. I can talk to you guys like literally. I can talk to you guys for like hours. Um, get a disco ball. I was looking at those floating moon lamps. I don't know if you guys ever seen those floating moon lamps, but I was looking at those. But I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. There's other cool things too, but I just don't want to make it too bright and too distracting and have this thing back here that like you guys keep you know getting being distracting back there. So, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. So tomorrow, new video drop, 10 a.m. Abandoned mansion, deep in the woods. Let me know what happened there. What happened to this family is kind of like a mystery. Big family, lots of stuff left behind, and heard a couple things in there, a couple bangs from above me when I kind of first got in there. Let me know if you hear it too. And then seeing that pentagram kind of was like, all right, maybe I should investigate this place. So I did like a quick investigation, and I had just gone a REM pod. So it's an older video. A lot of my videos are older. A lot of my videos are filmed like months ago. So I keep a stash just in case if I go down for some reason and I can't film, that I can keep putting out videos. So I try to keep a stash. So a lot of these videos are like 3 months old, sometimes older. Sometimes every now and again, if it's a place that not many people have been to, I might try to push it out right away to kind of like get kind of first dibs in a way, but not really. But in those circumstances, you'll see a more earlier video. But most of these are several months behind. So you'll be seeing the new camera on the newer videos, but it's going to be a little bit. But you might, if you see a noticeable difference, like production wise, you'll know like, all right, that's probably Chris's new camera, and it's a newer video. And then if you go back into earlier videos, just measure my beard length, and be like, all right, his beard looks a little shorter. This must be like 3 months ago. So I don't know. Carly-Ann says, we love you and appreciate you. If we want to keep Realm going live, let us show him some support. Yeah, if you guys want me to keep doing this, share the video, get the word out a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. I don't expect you guys to do that. Take up your own personal time. But hey, show me out and I'll keep doing this. And I'm going to continue doing live streams, hopefully weekly. And, if it doesn't do great at first, maybe it'll catch on later on. So I like to keep pushing through and let things work themselves out. So, and if you have any suggestions for me, just let me know. Let me know if you think my mic needs to be adjusted, if you think, if there's anything, just let me know. I'm open to criticism. It's mids. They're pretty though. Disco balls are pretty, or the moon lamps. They're both pretty. Those moon lamps are cool. Yes. See, I knew they were cool. They're not that expensive either, but they have like floating UFOs too. I like the floating UFOs, but other people use them, so I don't want to steal the floating UFO idea. A Ghostbusters poster. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna get like a RealmXplore, like a flag or something to hang up behind me, but I kind of like the brick. I like the brick. The brick looks good. I think it looks good. So if you guys think it looks good and it fits the theme, let me know, because I like the brick. So Carly-Ann, yes, absolutely. For I'm slow, Carly Ann. For what? The disco ball? I know you'd probably like the disco ball. You dig the disco ball. Nikki, cool. I can't wait to see this one. Thank you. I think you'll enjoy it. A live rib tasting test. I haven't had boneless spare ribs in in a long time. So okay, I might do that. I might do that. I might get some boneless spare ribs and I'll do the tasting towards the end, and then because that way I can finish the whole thing. So if I just do a couple tasting and put it aside, I'm gonna be staring at it the whole time. Uh, Thank you for joining, Fireman. Thank you very much, and I'm sending you fire emojis. 3 of them, 3 fire emojis. You get actually no, tonight you get 5 fire emojis. That's pretty good. Um, oh my God, he's gonna show us what happened. What am I gonna show? uh, Fireman, Carly Ann says, Fireman, good night. Get some good rest. Get some good rest, Fireman, so that way you can have the fire tomorrow. Tommy, I talk about you to all my friends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And if any of your friends end up joining, tell them to say hello. Let them know that um, they're Tommy's boys. And yes, Tommy, we love you and appreciate you. We love and appreciate all you guys. So you make this very fun for me. So yeah, you guys make this really fun for me. So let me see. I'm just gonna check here. All right, we got 8 people in here. Thank you guys. So I don't know, guys. I think I am going to end this right now. You have 30 seconds to ask me a great question and keep me going, but I think I'm going to end this live stream, and I'll probably see you guys next week. I'm gonna be exploring next week, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be feeling up to it, which I should be, and I will try to go live next Thursday night about, maybe I'll come on a little bit earlier, maybe 8. I don't know, but check to see. I'll have a lobby waiting, and I'll say like, it's gonna start. I'll put up like 8, and then I'll say like, the live stream's gonna start at 8:30, and that way you have a lobby in there. You can come in there. You can just leave it up, and then I can actually see, because I don't want to just start it and be 0 people in the room. If you guys wait around, just know that I'm there. I see you guys are there. I just want to wait till like a few people get in the room. That way I can interact with you guys, and you can even come up and be like, just say hey in the chat, and I'll see it. But I'm here, It's just me. If I says 8:30 and I don't start till 8:40 or 8:45, it's because I'm waiting for the room just to fill up a little bit, because I can see how many people join the room. So, just know I'm there. It's up. It's scheduled. And we'll try to make this a consistent thing. So, thank you. It's mids. Yep, get some rest, Chris. Thank you. I will probably be up pretty late tonight, so I'll be going to bed pretty late. Nikki, blessing on your adventures for safety. Thank you, Nikki. Carlene says, yes, we see and appreciate you all, and that is true. We see and appreciate you guys. Good night, Tommy. Thank you for joining. Good night, Nikki. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Carly Ann, for all your help. And it's Mids. Thank you for joining. And Chase and Plastic. Thank you for joining. And anyone else in here, hey, thank you very much for popping in. And we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the comments tomorrow. So definitely share that video tomorrow, and yeah, help me out. Let's get a lot of views on that video, and don't forget to hit the like button on it too. I want to let's blow up one of these videos for me here. Let's try at least, you know. So thank you guys very much, and have a good night. So, Realm out.